All right, here we go. Holiday kit number 4. Now, this one, when I saw the directions for it, it asked for you to use a white sock for the snowman and then have some sort of a fun colored sock, or actually whatever you want to use for the hat. Now, I went to the store, and actually, I was going to have you guys just use your own socks, but then I went to the store and I saw these socks, and I liked all the different colors and variations of it, and it kind of gave me an idea of, you know what, you don't need to have the white sock for the body and the colored sock for the head. You could do whatever you want. So, you'll see that in your kit, I just randomly picked out different colored socks, and you can use those if you want. If you have some of your own socks that you want to use, obviously it's going to be some sort of sock that you're not going to use anymore, because we're going to be cutting and stuffing it with rice and everything else, so you're not going to be able to use these socks again. Okay, but regardless, what we're going to do, I found that these kind of socks works best, the low sock, okay? I call them the no-show sock, okay? So take your sock. Now grab yourself a cup, a mug, or something, and this is going to make this craft go just a little bit easier, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, so open the sock, and you're going to kind of shove this inside and spread this around the opening. Okay, so that you have, all right, some of the sock in there. Now in your kit, you're going to see you got a bag of rice. What you're going to want to do is you're going to measure it out. You're going to want to take 1 cup of rice, a half cup of rice, and a quarter cup. Okay, I happen to have all 3 measurements here, so I have it separated like this. You can just scoop out and measure at a time, or however you want to do it. So first, for the bottom part, you're going to take 1 cup. Now this is where this helps and makes it a little bit easier, and I can testify to this. See, even as, okay, still spilled a couple. I have rice all under my desk right now, because when I was making this the other day, I was just trying to do it holding the sock open with my hand, and I poured it in and rice went everywhere. So that's when, Smart Michelle came up with using the sock in the mug. Okay, so pull the sock out, and you're going to want to kind of make sure all that rice gets to the bottom and pull, okay, so that all the rice is really shoved in as far as it can go into the bottom of the sock. Okay, so pull and push the rice all down to the bottom of the sock like that, and then when you can, twist it. Okay, so you're kind of closing it off. Now take one of the rubber bands that I gave you, and you're going to want to use that rubber band to pinch off, okay, the bottom of the sock. So twist it, and then you're going to wrap the rubber band around it a couple times just to make sure that that's not going to open back up, and you're not going to have rice everywhere like I do. You got to find a vacuum somewhere. I'm sure there's one around here somewhere. Okay, so there you go. That's going to be the first part of your little sock snowman. All right. Also, what you want to do is just kind of shape it and form it, make it into a ball, and make sure that when you hold the sock, this is all the way kind of at the end. You don't want this to be mushed and off to the side. Okay, make this a nice little rounded ball like that. Okay, you can put that back inside the mug. All right, you can wrap the sock again. This is going to get a little bit more difficult. It's better if you have a taller glass. Okay, now, half cup of rice. Okay, pour it in slow. And you're going to do that same thing again. Okay, so you're going to push all of that rice as far down as you can, pulling the sock up. Okay, pulling the sock up, and then you're going to twist and rubber band it. I love the fact that this is no-sew. It's so easy. I'm not a great sewer. I can sew buttons. I can stitch up a small hole in my sock if I need to, but that's about it. Can't do anything crafty with sewing. I mean, I made curtains once, but really, how hard are those? Okay, so there you go. All right. Now, this is the tougher part just because of the head, and you got very little sock left. This is why you kind of want to pull as much as you can, pushing the rubber band down to make sure you got that extra space. And now this, you're probably definitely just going to want to spread it out with your hands. You got the little quarter cup, so it's not as big. Pour the rice in there, and same thing. Oops. Guess I'm just destined to get rice everywhere today. All right. Again, twist. Grab another rubber band and tie off the top of the head. This one you're going to want to just make sure you do this one really tight a couple times, few times, as many times as you can with the rubber band, because you're going to cut the remainder of that sock off, and we just don't want rice to go flying everywhere. So do that really tight, okay? And the great thing is that it's rice, so you can kind of shape it and form it, because what you're going to want is you're going to want it to kind of just all sit on itself, okay? Just like that. All this extra sock, you just take scissors, and you don't want to cut too close. A couple of pieces of rice that were stuck up there are going to come through, okay? There we go. Again, I love the fact that you can just be creative and use any color sock that you want. It could be your favorite colors, match your decor. You know, we don't always need to follow the status quo where it's, you know, white snowman with a top hat and a carrot nose and all that stuff. This is why arts and crafts are fun. It's fun to be crafty and do what you want. Now, I did pick this sock just because it had the black polka dots on it, so it kind of matches. I got one of those little plastic tabs on here when you buy socks and they all come together. You might have some on yours too, so I apologize. Okay, now what you're going to want to do with the hat sock, okay, just place it down on the table, and you're going to want to make a cut, okay, kind of right up here at the top, okay, just to give yourself some room, because you're going to want to have room to brim it, okay. So I'm just going to cut straight across. All right, so you have this little bit left. If you want, you can put it around your wrist, and you can have a coordinating bracelet that coordinates with your sock snowman. Okay, then what you're gonna do is just kind of fold your sock up a couple of times to make it look like a little cap. Okay, and again, you can still, because what you want to do is you just want this to sit like that, so I'm just making it level and even so it sits and doesn't flop over. And then you put the hat on. Again, another giggle. I don't know why. I did one yesterday, and I just love this. I think it's adorable. Okay. I do have to keep repositioning it, but that's okay. So, and if your hat is too big, okay, I think it's a little big on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off. You're going to see I'm going to cut off about another inch of the sock just to give my guy a little bit of a smaller cap. Roll the brim up. Make a little bit of a smaller cap for him. Put it on its head. There you go. Now that one looks good. All right, so that's that. And then you're going to see what I gave you in your kit. I gave you some eyes. You can put eyes on them. I gave you some fuzzy things you can, you know, decorate. Just go nuts. Take the glue that you have left over from your other thing, and you can decorate this guy any way you want. If you happen to have gotten a white snowman sock, that's okay. You can use marker. You can color it. You can paint it if you want. This is the best thing about this craft is, you know, you kind of make the original form, and then you go nuts with how you want. You'll see on this other guy that I did the other day, I kind of used some yarn. Okay, just tie around his neck, kind of give him the scarf. If you've got some ribbon, be creative, okay? Make yourself a little snowman. There you have it. have fun. I hope you guys enjoyed all these arts and crafts. I really enjoyed researching them and putting them together for you. And I want to just say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you. And I hope to see you all again next year. Take care.